Why is slavery in the United States framed as a uniquely evil event? Well, there were 12.5 million people relocated as part of the transatlantic slave trade. But do you know what percentage of them were brought to the United States? 3%. So of the 12.5 million slaves, 52% went to South America, 44% went to the Caribbean, and only 3% went to the United States. And the mortality rates were much better for slaves in the United States. And the birth rates were much higher, which is how the population grew. Now, as many people love to point out, in the United States they practiced chattel slavery, meaning the children of slaves became slaves. And everybody acknowledges that this was wrong. Now compare that to South America, who also practiced chattel slavery. But their slaves had far fewer children because they were overwhelmingly male. And they didn't want slaves to have children because they wouldn't be able to work for years. They would instead work slaves until they died and just replace them with new people, which is why they needed so many more slaves. So you tell me which system was more inhumane. Then compare that to the Ottoman Empire, who between 1400 and 1908 enslaved 5 to 10 million people, including millions of Europeans and Slavic women who are considered trophies. They would be kept in harems and made into concubines, so sexual slavery. And if they wanted to have children, they were only allowed to have relations with their slave master. As for the men, they were made into military slaves. They were forbidden from marriage, forbidden from family, forbidden from having relations. And if they were assigned with guarding the harems, they would be made into eunuchs. So you tell me which form of slavery was better. And the truth is, there was slavery from ancient Mesopotamia to ancient Egypt to Greece to Rome to millions of people in Africa. Slaves in every corner of the world for all of human history. But the reason slavery is illegal today is there was a moral awakening in the West. Both the United States and England banned the transatlantic slave trade in 1807. And shortly after that, Britain started a global mission to eradicate the institution of slavery. Hundreds of thousands of European Americans died to eradicate slavery in the United States. The British Navy seized thousands of slave ships. They then pressured and coerced other nations around the world to sign treaties ending slavery, including the Ottoman Empire. And the United States was right there with them, applying pressure on South America. The truth about slavery is that it was a dreadful institution that went on for thousands of years all over the world. But after thousands of years, Western civilization became the driving force behind the end of slavery. And that's something our children should be extremely proud of. And this is why I write books on how information is controlled. Fake news and always telling the truth. Check out my private homeschool community. And Cubs to Bears? Books. ClassicalLearner.com